Yeah, she cold, but she warm in the winter. She the type, make a young nigga remember where he came from, where he stand. She go by them.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. You already know what time it is. I'ma get straight into it. So whoever this message is for, baby, they don't make them like you anymore. And I feel like some people don't realize this about you until you are no longer around or they no longer have access to you anymore. So with that being said, your first card here is the Nine of Swords. And this lets me know that there are definitely some people who are in regret because they did not value you or your presence in their life when they had the chance to. With the Sun card here, I feel like these people or this person took your kindness for weakness or naivety, but now they realize that you were never weak or naive. You were just patient, is what I'm getting with the King of Swords here. You are someone who gives people enough rope to hang themselves. So this makes it easier for you to cut them clean out of your life or your energy because they hung themselves. And now there are people who are feeling the effect of that cord being cut with the Three of Swords here. I feel like people are truly heartbroken after you cut ties with them because they never see it coming, is what I'm getting. But they also feel like they broke their own heart by fumbling or mishandling an Earth Angel with the Temperance card here. There's people who feel like you were a gift or you were a blessing to them, and they took you for granted because they thought that you were just a pretty face with a sweet heart that they could take advantage of. With the Empress card here, they didn't know that you were as strong and confident as you are because you are someone who has quiet authority. So you don't feel the need to throw your weight around or show off your strength. And this is why people may sometimes underestimate your power. But whoever these people are, they are now feeling foolish because they feel like they tricked themselves out of a position in your life. So next, let's get a few cards from my deck. All right, so the first card came out is the surprise card. Okay, so yeah, you got some people who are surprised, or, you know, this is how people feel, you know, when you cut ties with them. They're shocked, they're surprised. Like I said, confirmation. It's almost like they didn't see it coming, you know, or they were not expecting it. We have you eat problems for breakfast, okay? So this may be people or someone who came into your life thinking that they were going to bring you problems, and they did not know that you eat problems for breakfast. Or maybe they tried to cause problems for you, okay? So I'm just getting, for some of you, there were people in your life who thought that they were going to cause problems for you, but they did not know that, baby, you eat problems for breakfast, okay? You're not afraid of a challenge. You face challenges head on. And you deal with them calmly. In a calm manner is what I'm getting. All right, what we got? Yeah, like I said, confirmation, you know, it's because some people took your kindness for weakness. You have a kind and compassionate soul. You're a timeless beauty. Yeah, extraordinary. You're not from this world, okay? I feel like people are realizing that you are not from this world, or this is how you be having people thinking, okay? People be over there thinking like, you are not from this world, baby, okay? And I feel like this is because, you know, people feel like they don't make them like you anymore, you know? You can't be a part of this world. Okay, so some people may feel like you're too good to be true. And this is why some people may come into your life trying to play games or thinking they're going to cause some type of friction in your life or whatever. Because they're trying to test you is what I'm getting. People like to test you. Because you seem too good to be true. We did get the Temperance card. I got that you're someone who's very calm, very peaceful. You know, you're an earth angel. So people is trying to test you. They're trying to see, are you really, you know what I'm saying, an earth angel? Are you really this kind, gentle, compassionate soul, you know, individual? You know what I mean? People be trying to see what you're going, and yeah, what you're going to do or how you're going to react to things. But I feel like you never react the way people expect you to. Because I'm just getting, you are not someone who play games. People expect you to play their games or create a game. No, baby, you in games, okay? That's just that on that. That's what I'm getting, baby. You don't play no games, okay? A person may think they're about to play checkers with you or chess with you. Baby, you're the type, you're going to flip the whole board before you play any games, period. And this surprises people. Because you don't react the way people expect or assume, you know, how they assume that you're going to react. Yeah, you are the real deal. You're the truth. Confirmation to the King of Swords. Yeah. You have unique qualities that set you apart. Yeah, and look, shocked. Yeah, okay, so some people confirmation are shocked because you're more than just a pretty face. Those who are close to you truly appreciate and value your presence in their life, okay? Yes, okay. So you got people in your life that feel like you are a real one, all right? And they really value people, or someone in particular really appreciate you and your presence in their life, baby, because they feel like you are a real one. They don't make them like you no more, baby. You're timeless. Baby, people feel like you never go out of style. All right? And people who come into your life who think they're going to cause problems for you or friction, think they're going to test you, all they end up finding out is that at the end of the day, baby, is that you are the real deal. Listen, the truth of the matter is you don't run into a real one every day. And that's just that on that. It's not that many real ones in the world, okay? So when you actually have a real, genuine connection with someone, you better cherish it. Because you may never find that again, period. And that's what people realize after you know, whether these are ex-friends, ex-lovers, ex-co-workers, neighbors that you used to, you know, live next to, You may still live next to some of these neighbors, but just anybody that you just said, you know, you wash your hands with, you cut ties with, they realize after you, like, damn, you know, it's hard to come, you are someone, it's hard to come by someone like you, baby. You're rare. You have unique qualities that set you apart. Period. You're real, you're genuine, you're authentic. That's hard to find in this world. Real, genuine connections, baby. Because most people are only out for self or what they can gain, period. You know what I mean? What we got? Yeah, you're solid. Period, baby. Confirmation. You're solid, okay? We have your solid metal card, okay? And it says you are someone who is reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Yeah, you don't meet people like that every day. Listen, you know, real solid individuals are hard to come by. People who gonna be in your corner. You could depend on, you can count on. A real man or woman of your word. You know what I mean? Trustworthy. Somebody who got integrity. That's hard to find these days, baby. And you got it. That's what people realize after you. Because they never find another you. You're one of one, baby. Period. Uh-oh, baby. And somebody feel like you got everything they want and need. Aight. And look, confirmation on the bottom of the deck, baby. Look, I just looked down. You got real angelic vibes, okay? People really like your vibes. People love being around you. People love your energy, okay? It says you give off a feeling of purity, innocence, holiness, and calmness. You make others feel at peace, okay? However, I feel like people have definitely tried to take advantage of this. Because you give off these vibes and because you are someone who is, you know, very pure at heart, okay, and genuine. Some people may have felt like you were naive. You couldn't see their bullshit. You couldn't see the wool that they were trying to pull over your eyes. But baby, you're also the King of Swords. So you're not naive at all, okay? You're actually someone who cuts through the bullshit, period. You just may take some time. I feel like you don't call people out right away. Like I said, you give people just enough rope to hang themselves. You let people expose themselves. Because you already know in due time, you know, people will eventually expose themselves. People will eventually show their own hand. Yeah, because that's what people do when they get comfortable. So you let people get comfortable. Comfortable with thinking that, you know, you are naive. Comfortable with thinking that they are getting over on you until they get sloppy. Because that's what people do when they think they're getting away with things. They start to get sloppy to the point where, you know, they tell on themselves. Or like I said, they expose themselves, all right? Period. So we have big energy, okay? So you're someone, you have big energy, but a quiet confidence as well. So you have a magnetic, rooted presence that impacts others without needing to shout or demand validation, okay? Because you're someone who is self-assured, period. That's confirmation. See, real power and real confidence, it's not loud, baby. You don't have to announce yourself. You're felt. So I feel like people may not see your power And they may assume certain things, but they feel it, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's like, because your power comes from within, people don't always see it, but they feel it when they are in your presence. But they also can't explain it. This is why people may like to test you, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. This is why, because they're trying to see. It's like people, because we do have the Empress, and then we also have the King of Swords, right? But I feel like people don't see this King of Swords, this side of you right away. But they definitely feel this angelic presence about you with the Temperance card, and they see, you know, that, you know, you're the Empress, right? But it's almost like people want to get you off your throne. It's almost like people want to see if you really are that guy or that girl. You know what I mean? And this is how people end up feeling. In the end, okay? It says, I played myself. Yeah. Confirmation. You know? People just feel like, you know, they tricked themselves out of a position in your life. They only played themselves. Some people may have came into your life thinking they were going to play you. All right? And the joke was on them. All right? They only ended up playing themselves, making a fool out of themselves. All right? Because, I mean, who plays with a real one? Only an idiot would do something like that. It's like playing with a diamond. Not taking a diamond serious. And when I say not taking a diamond serious, acting as if a diamond is something you run into every day. Like, come on now, baby. Like it's just a, you know, a little rock on the ground. And then you misplaced that diamond because you mishandled it. You was over there, you know, playing with it, throwing it up like it's a ball in the air, and, you know, just left it sitting anywhere. And then one day it's gone, it's missing. You know what I mean? Like it's just a regular rock that you just find outside your door every day. Like, no, that's what it's giving. So this is why people feel foolish. People end up feeling foolish because they messed over something just as valuable as a diamond. You know what I mean? Something that, you know, you don't come by every day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Look what came out next. You the best. Yeah. That's how people be feeling. And this could be anybody, okay? This could be anybody who has ever connected with you, you know, or been around you, okay? This could be old friends, anybody, ex-lovers, you know, anybody that you have ever connected with that did not value you. Or they did not value the friendship, the relationship, you know, whatever that was, you know. This could be a sibling, you know. All right, what we got? Look, baby, we got family. The toxic family card came out. We got family. We got sister sticking out of the deck. And then we got on the bottom of the deck, it says jealous coworker, okay? So yeah, like I said, this could just be different people after you are gone, after you have cut ties, or you're just like, I'm good on you, I'm good on that. When you are no longer around and people no longer have access to you anymore, They realized you were the best. Why? Because you were the realest. You're the realest person these people ever met, they ever had in their corner. And they fucked over you. Or they fucked over the connection. Yeah, they tricked themselves. And look what's on the bottom of the deck. Ex-friend. Ex-friend. Yeah, you definitely have some people who you no longer associate with, who feel like they tricked themselves. They tricked themselves out of a position in your life. And some of these people don't even know how to come back to you or how to reach out to you, or they don't even know what to say, okay? And for some of you where this may have been a co-worker, I just feel like things were never the same after you left that job, okay? And then this co-worker realized, like, they were so busy hating or jealous or whatnot that they didn't realize after you were gone, like, how much help you were. How much, you know, like, you actually brought to the job, you know, or whatever the case may be. Let's see. Yeah, done deal. And it also says, I don't owe you shit. Okay. Yeah. You're limited edition. You know, this is how people feel. You are unique, rare, and one of a kind. You cannot be replaced. That's what it is, baby. That's what it is. There's people who have tried to replace you. They was just like, whatever. They tried to act like they did not care. And some people may have not cared after the friendship ended, or, you know, or you walked away from the job, or, you know, you walked away from a relationship or a certain family member or something. Maybe they thought they did not care. And they thought they could find better, or thought that they would, you know, replace you. Until they realized they couldn't. Until they realized they'll never find another real one. Like you, baby. This is why you got some people in regret with the Nine of Swords here. I just got people who will never forget you either. You're unforgettable. It be like that though when you have a real one in your life. Okay, and you fuck over a real one, you know? You mess around and fuck over a real one. Like, come on now. Okay, let me see. Oh, we got self-worth. Yeah, you know your worth, baby. That's one thing about you. You don't settle. You're not going to settle for no BS. You're not going to settle for mistreatment. People better come correct or don't come at all. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, look what came out right after that. Confirmation. Because you are anti-bullshit. And people know they have to come correct or don't come at all. Because if they don't, you're going to see right through their bullshit. Period. I just said that. You know what I mean? So look, on the bottom of the deck, we have you are a force to be reckoned with. People realize this as well after you know, you cut them off or you disconnect from them. Or like I said, once they, you know, realize they no longer have access to you, people realize like, man, you really are a force to be reckoned with. Like they truly underestimated you. Because what I'm getting for some of you, people saw you as being, you know, this right here, such a beautiful light and stuff with the sun card here. Some people really did not see it coming when you cut them off. They did not see it coming. They didn't see it coming. baby. Is what I'm getting. You know, it took them by surprise. That's why the first card came out was the surprise card. Because I just got people just saw you as, some people or somebody just saw you as being like a soft, delicate, beautiful flower. Okay, they may have thought that you weren't even as intelligent either. And you're very intelligent with the King of Swords. You're everything that somebody or some people assumed that you were not. Like somebody thought, or some people thought they were slick. They thought they were getting away with something. Look, I just split the deck, baby. Yeah, they're shocked because you are a lot stronger than they thought, okay? Yeah, see, some people, I don't know why, they're so foolish. That is so foolish to think that because someone is choosing to be kind and, you know, caring, they're weak. That does not mean someone is weak because they are loving and they are kind and, you know what I mean, impatient or whatnot. Like, but, you know, this is just how some people mind work, I guess, baby. Okay. Let me get ready to wrap this thing up. Yeah, look, it came on out anyways. You are a lot stronger than they thought. See, that's the thing about it. Some people think so that's what it is. Some people thought that you were just kind. Yeah, you were always going to be just kind and loving and forgiving or understanding or whatever the case may be. However, you know your worth, baby. And you're just not going to allow any old thing, okay? Or you're not going to allow people to treat you any old way, baby. Period. That's just that on that. Ooh, what's that? It says you always naturally one up those who try to compete with you. Yeah, so some people may have been close to you and were in secret competition with you and didn't even know that you noticed. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm getting, you know. But you peeped it. You just didn't say nothing. That's the thing about it. And that's the thing about it. Like when you're done, you just boom. You hit them with that. You just bring the sword down. Boom. Look, cut off game cold. You be shocking the hell out of people because they don't see it coming. They don't see it coming. Look, we have I am confident in myself and my own abilities. Yes, that's you, baby. All right, let's see what else. Baby, somebody said they playing for keeps. They want forever with you, not just fun or not just a good time. Yeah, there's somebody who wants you to know that they don't want to play with you, or at least they don't want to play with your heart. They are playing for keeps, if anything, because they want forever with you and not just a good time. They see you as being, so somebody see you as being more than just a good time. They see you as being very vibrant, very energetic with the Sun card here. Maybe, you know, jolly, happy-go-lucky person. They love that side of you, but they also take you serious with the King of Swords here as well. They see that you're someone who know how to stand up for yourself, someone who has integrity, someone who's very honest, trustworthy, you know, reliable, dependable. Like they see everything in you. And so that's why I had got, whoever this is, remember I had got the card, where did it go? You have everything they want and need. Yes, this person feel like you have everything they want and need. You have like a nice balance between like seriousness, you get shit done, but you also know how to have a good time. And this person really, really love that about you. Yes, okay. So let me get one more card. Okay. Okay. So we got about 3, 4. Okay, we got about 5 cards that been slid out, and I'm taking these and, you know, we just gonna wrap this thing up, baby. So we have your love's like honey. Okay, so somebody feel like, or I feel like people in general, when they get a taste of your love, baby, your love is like honey, sweet, nourishing, comforting, and deeply satisfying. Okay, period. People will never find another lover like you, baby. Sweeter than you, baby. This is how people be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next card is the I am peaceful card. It says, I cut out anything and anyone that disturbs my peace of mind. Yeah, can't nobody disturb your peace of mind, baby, because you do not allow them to. You will not allow anything or anyone to destroy your peace. Confirmation to the King of Swords, baby. You don't play that. I just got homie, don't play that. Okay. And we have you're a natural. I feel like you are someone, you're a natural beauty, okay? It is what it is, but you have a lot of natural attractive qualities about you, okay? You're someone who is beautiful inside and out, all right? This is why you are a limited edition as well. This is why some people feel like they don't make them like you anymore, okay? Because everything you do it naturally, okay? You don't even have to try hard, okay? You make everything look effortless, okay? So, you know, like I said, I definitely feel like you may have, you know, this natural beauty about you. We also have strong mindset. People really like your mindset, okay? You're very resilient. You keep a positive attitude and you know how to adapt to change. And people, or some people, did not expect this about you. They didn't realize this about you until, you know, after the fact is what I'm getting. And last but not least, yeah, this is confirmation to the King of Swords, baby. You are someone who does not have time for stupid people is what I'm getting. It says you have very little patience for stupidity, okay? Period. You cut right through the stupid shit, okay? Through the fake shit, through the bullshit. You don't have time for none of that shit. And that's just that on that.